When it comes to the gospel, most churches teach you that as long as you live according to a set of moral rules, you are a Christian. Now, let me clarify. You should live morally. But let me also clarify, that's not what saves you. And here's the reason why. If morality saved you, if that's honestly what saved you, then realistically, a person who could live morally like you doesn't need Christ. They could get to heaven without Christ. If giving to the poor, if feeding the hungry is ultimately what will get you to heaven, guess what? Then it means that humanitarians will be first in line even before you, because that's what they do. That's not what saves you. What saves you is when you come to this position where you're like, I am so broken, I have screwed things up, there is nothing that I can do, and ultimately, I'm praying that the Father has grace. I'm praying that the Father has mercy. We have learned within the church that if we just live publicly in such a way that you're living up to that morality, even if you're failing behind the closet, right? Even if you're failing, because here's the thing, Jesus says, if you hate your brother, you're guilty of murder. If you look at a woman with lust, you are guilty of adultery. How many people hate and how many people lust, right? That's everybody in the room. You're either murdering or you're committing adultery. When it comes down to that, what the Bible is teaching us is you cannot be good enough. You can't be good enough. Now, does that mean, hey, you can't be good enough, just keep on going? No, it's getting here. How do you get to this point? You recognize, hey, I'm screwing things up. It's messing up my marriage. It's messing up my life. It's messing up my work. It's messing up every part of life. Anything that it touches, it's like cancer. Sin is like cancer. But yet, religion becomes the cancer that ultimately kills that relationship with God as well. One of the things that tends to happen again is that the churches will teach, if you can just ultimately do these things, God will love you. If you fall off of these things, guess what? God is going to love you a little bit less. But he's still going to love you as long as you keep on working hard at getting back to this place. We often believe the lie that it's based on what we're doing. So let me clarify again, because I don't want to get off track on this. Immorality should not be an option. You will fail, but that should not be where you stay.